a second, and then Evelyn, and where's Jan? And Jan, do you want to come and join us?
We don't need to go on stage. We can share the Guneet.
I just need 3. I just need Evelyn, Jan, and you, and then the 4 panelists are coming after. Hello, everyone. I'm actually going to stand here to introduce. Look at all these amazing faces out there. How exciting. Well, my name is Faith Elizabeth, and I am the founder and CEO of Yes She Can. For those of you not familiar with us, we started in 2018 with a vision of encouraging more women to attend the Cannes Film Festival. And through that, we then moved into education and visibility and looking at more support and how we can not just bring women to Cannes, but make sure they keep coming back and that they have a great time. And since 2018, we've grown so much into a huge community that's now on the main stage at the festival. And I just want to say I love seeing so many faces out there of all genders, because this is so great that we're not just preaching to the choir, that it's not just women in the room, but actually men are also interested in hearing from women. So thank you for attending. This is also for you. I'm here with my co-host today, Sara Hamilton from E2AC. She is also doing incredible things. I would love to introduce you in a way that felt appropriate, but because you touch so many areas and so many lives, and you just have such incredible things across the board. She is an absolute powerhouse connector, giver. I think you said in passing the other day, I'm just trying to save the whole world. And I actually think she is. But I would love you to give yourself an introduction as well. But honestly, I am so inspired by you, and just spending time with you and standing here today on this really important stage is such an honor. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Now, you're going to make me cry and then mess up my makeup. Thank you so much. I am so honored to be here. You are an incredible visionary and such an inspiration to so many people. And I am so incredibly honored and grateful to be here with you. And I'm so honored to be here also to be representing E2AC, which is Entertainment to Affect Change. And we are a nonprofit organization that is committed to collaboration between nonprofit organizations all around the world, communities, and people, and filmmakers, and content creators, and donors, and everybody, philanthropists, and investors, and nonprofit partners, and industry partners. Everybody who can come together for social good, and getting creative in films, media, cross-media, everything together so that we make a difference in the world with media, so that it's not just a film, but that we can uplift causes, so we can do something that's good with what we're doing, and which is what we really want to do. So yeah, that's why I'm really excited to be here. And so yeah, it's a really an honor to do that. And yeah, I wish I could say to the world, if anybody has time, way to stop time, all of us I think would benefit from that. But yeah, I would absolutely love to be able to help every single person and every cause. But I think that's also what all of us would love to do. And it's all about collaboration. It's all about collaboration. And this business is about collaboration, and life is about collaboration. And I think it's about caring a little bit deeper and just taking a few extra minutes to realize what you're doing and why. When you're telling that story, why? Who is it for? And who else can you bring into your mix that you can help uplift with that cause?
Amazing, I love it. So just before we go into the panel itself, in which we're looking at how women are shaping influence in film, and through that our mission of collective power this year, we have 4 incredible panelists that are going to be joining us. we're just going to introduce a few voices that we thought really deserved this space as well as part of this main stage panel. We really wanted to showcase a few projects that are at different stages by 3 incredible women who are hustling and they're getting stuff done. So I'd love you to join us here, our project showcase partners. We have Jan Burley. We have Evelyn Sharples. And we have Alida Pantoni. I'd just love you to briefly just explain a little bit about the video that we're going to watch with the project that you've got. I know they're different projects in different stages and things, but we'd just really love to hear why you're doing it and what is the mission behind your work.
Thank you. I'm Jan Burley. I am the writer and co-producer of our film Hot Flash. I'm very honoured to be first up here in amongst such incredible filmmaking talent. Our film, we feel, has an important message. It follows the life of Jerry, who is 42. She's thrust out of a long-term failed marriage and her dreams have been crushed, and she suddenly finds herself in a new world, and she has to reignite those crushed dreams and find a way forward for herself and for her son. She's always dreamt of being this big, wonderful businesswoman, and that's what she sets out to do, but she's blighted all the way by debilitating menopause symptoms, and there just isn't enough of a discussion out there about women facing big changes later in life and about women and the struggles that they have and the very different struggles that they have when they're going through perimenopause and menopause. And we feel that our film gives an important message that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that it's never too late to achieve your dreams, and that you will come out the other end. I have, thank goodness. We shot our film in February of this year. It is in post-production at the moment. We are expecting the deliverables on the 24th of July. We are repped by Screenbound, who are a brilliant company who are supporting us all the way. We are looking for distribution via our sales agent, and we are also looking for additional support to help us with marketing and promotion. And thank you very much for listening.
Hi, I'm Evelyn. I am a producer and I run a production company called Halfway Up Productions. And the film you're going to see is very much about all the showcase of the work that Halfway Up has been doing. But I also wanted to tell you a bit about a feature film that we have in development. But I want to ask the audience, is there anyone here that's ever felt out of place in a country that should feel like home? Somewhere you've grown up, maybe your parents have grown up, your family go to, but you've always just felt a bit not at home there. Lots of people shyly putting up hands, reaching up. It's a feeling a lot of us have had. But then who in this room have found those people that have then made you feel like you belong in those countries? There's ones that have made you feel like this place is home. Lots of you nodding. So our film, Have You Seen My Sister, is about 2 sisters who grew up worlds apart that find out about each other and so trade continents and cultures in search of family. It's a fun, joyful comedy that we'd love to share with you. It's currently in development. We are in the casting stage, and it is a British-Indian co-production, so we're looking for international partners and people interested in British-Indian co-productions and financiers. We're at the casting stage, and we have Mukesh Chabra, who's the leading casting director, signed on in India to also do the casting and produce, which is really exciting for us. And we're looking for anyone else who may be interested in talking about this project. Our team, including the incredible director who's with me today, Amit Kaur. Give her a big round of applause, she deserves it.
Women directors, yes.
And our writer, Cressida Piva, who will be here with us later on in the week, have been supported by BFI, Rain Dance, Cine Kid, Overhausen, and many, many more, Creative UK. So we'd really love to talk to you all. Anyone that wants to come up, just come chat. We'd absolutely love to speak.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Faye, for this event. It's incredible.
Last but not least, my dear friend and colleague, Alida Toney. I am going to give her a short introduction. I know we're running out of time, but I met Alida in Cannes. I came off a taxi and a friend of mine was going to Starbucks out off the croissant and said, we should meet. And from there, it's grown from friendship to collaboration, to seeing her grow, to supporting me and what I'm doing. And this year is a formal partnership with the London Rolling Film Festival as well. So she deserves so much appreciation for everything she's building and everyone that you care about. So please do share about your project.
Thank you, Faye. I will be short. So the London Rolling Film Festival, you can see the poster there made by an artist and filmmakers. Every year we choose a different artist to make our original posters. And is a non-for-profit female-led organization in London. We screen films at View Cinema Piccadilly because we want to give the filmmakers true visibility through our festival instead of just laurels. We still give 20 awards, so it's not bad, but we also invite Getty to have the pictures taken for their editorials on our red carpet like we had last year. That was amazing. And also we had features on all the biggest industry magazines. And I really care for each filmmakers to get their PR done at our festival and have their interviews done and everything. And we show the films, and we want the filmmaker to be present because we want the audience to connect with the filmmakers, especially because the audience is made by industry professionals like investors, producers, and I want them to connect to create their next projects. That's why also we have funded the Help to Roll Fund. So if you are looking for projects to sponsor, please come to me, because we help you connect with the filmmakers that deserve funds to keep going with the sponsorship. And last project we did sponsor last year, we have given a little help, but that helped to get them also going to screen at BFI. So that was quite proud of us as a project. And final, not least, we are launching now on this stage the True Spark Alliance. Is an alliance with production companies, organizations, other film festivals to uplift the stories and give importance to stories that are inspirational, both to the audience and to the filmmakers, because we aim to change the world one film at a time.
Yes, yes.
So if you have a project that sparks that inspiration to take action and change your own life or someone else's life, please send it to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we're going to watch our trailers now, and it's going to lead into an introduction on our panelists as well. I think sometimes it's important to see some of the work of the people that you're speaking to and get a feel for the hearts of them. So they've each shared some of their work, and it's very kindly been edited together for us by DISAUTHORITY. So huge thanks to them for that. They'll also be joining us on the stage as well. But enjoy the showcase.
Thank you very much for being here with us. If we are here, it's thanks to you that support the festival and send your films and want to network.
I think I did my first panel here maybe 6 years ago.
So how was winning an Emmy?
Oh my gosh, surreal, absolutely surreal.
Right, so we're going to give it a little trim, and then I'll...
You lost your job, didn't you?
I hate hairdressing. It hates me.
It was a job.
Well, it puffed away, just like my marriage.
I need my car back.
Come see Keanu. You know, your only son.
We need to live.
He's 17, 5 and up. Really? I had dreams once. I wanted to be a big, successful businesswoman. What happened?
Mum. People want to talk to you about this. I've got interest.
Meet Dave.
I really want to play with those tits.
All his dreams are about to come true.
Sorry. You're going to take me shopping.
This summer, get ready to go wild. Sexy.
You clearly don't know what sexy is. For the first time in my life, I feel fucking amazing. You all love me.
Asking for it.
I'm drop dead gorgeous.
Sorry, beautiful people first. From the director of Soggy Biscuit.
And the Oscar goes to The Elephant Whisperers, Kartiki Gonzalez and Guneet Monga.
My mom and I founded Sikhya in 2008. I didn't have a name for the company and she said Sikhya. You build a piece of content and that goes and wins an Oscar. It's not something that can be planned. It is definitely something which you can, do every day, show up every day with intention, build a piece of content and put it out in the universe and hope it travels and hope it resonates with people. And awards happen on the go. It's not like you can construct something that will go win.
Every film has its own journey. You never make a content for an award. You just make a piece of cinema because you love the story. I genuinely want to tell Indian stories that the whole world watches.
You can
never seen anything like it. It's a revolutionary thing to see a completely new dance form.
We dance like it's war.
We have 2 more chairs coming. We're going to go sit on the stage now. Take a seat anywhere you like, guys. I'm going to sit on this one. I'm just wandering around the stage now. I'll sit on the end here. So, wow. Our incredible panelists' work. It was so great to see it. We're going to dive in now and start exploring a little bit about the influence that they're having in the industry from their different perspectives, and also how they're opening doors and how we can work together more to see more women succeeding in this industry. I will sit down. So we're going to start with you, Sara. Can you see Sara? There we go. We're going to start with you, Sara.
Great.
Obviously, you, as we touched on earlier, you have a huge amount of experience in lots of different parts of the industry in terms of commercial, advertising, narrative, doc, social impact, producing, non-profit. It goes on and on and on, all the different amazing companies that you're working for. And I think that gives you a really unique perspective because you're seeing the industry from all these different places. And a huge part of your work is around connecting people. And so I really wanted to talk about how through the connections that you're really focused on authentic connections and how the community building and the collaboration is helping to influence the film.
I am, well, first, it's really kind of fun because I have I have had I'm grateful to have been on this earth for quite a few years. And so being in the industry in marketing, advertising, everything for over 30 years, and in film, I'm so grateful to have worked with so many different organizations, so many different people around the world. And I just love connecting people. I love meeting people. I love hearing people's stories. I love learning from people. And I truly love authentic connections. And I really feel that each one of us can learn so much from each other. But what it requires is letting down your guard, being vulnerable, being true to yourself. And that's one of the great things that I have learned through the years. And, being that I'm almost 60.
Don't you dare whisper that. It is a privilege to age.
It is. So I also have realized through the years, when you're young and just starting out in the industry or any industry, you always feel so guarded and feel like you have to put on a certain face and be so perfect in what you do and everything and who you are and how you present yourself. And if people tell you, oh no, you can't do that, or you should do this, or you whatever, and you take these, things from other people, and it's very difficult to be who you are. But through the years and through experiences and learning from other people, you also learn who you are. And I'm very grateful to have been able to do that, and also through mentorships and from myself mentoring people and starting up internships through ad agencies and mentoring people through the different boards. I'm on several different board directors for several different amazing organizations. And through that, I've learned so much from different people, and through working from being on the ground and, working and on independent films and, sweeping the floors. I mean, you have to do every single job and be there and doing every little thing and working in nonprofits and doing all these things, because those are the connections. understanding the real stories, understanding how other people live, you know, traveling the world, doing these things, because to me, that's where, you know, that's how I can really help other people, and that's how I can help, you know, do what I do.
Yeah, absolutely. And through the connections that you're making and having all this experience in all these different places, this industry is so much about connections. Like, we used to talk about it being like who you know, or like the old boys club as we used to refer to. But in reality, what that means is it's relationship built. And so if you're building relationships with lots of different people and learning and understanding what other people are doing, you're going to make those connections, and not just for yourself, you can connect other people together through that. So it's amazing that you're touching on all these different sections as well.
Definitely. And I mean, I always think too, just everybody, and I always like to tell, especially younger people, but anybody, just be yourself, because everybody, each one of us has something really unique to give. And that also, like, everybody has incredible stories that they can give and incredible value that they can bring. And that's what we need to be sharing with the world. And that's the only way that we're ever going to be able to touch people emotionally with our films, with our media, with anything, is by reaching into those emotions and, you know, and really reaching out to people.
Amazing. Amanda, I'm going to jump to you next. We're not going in an order. I like to throw things around a little bit. I just want to start by saying how incredible it is that you're joining me on the stage today. Amanda was one of the first people I met in Cannes, along with RB, sitting on the front row here from Stage 32. And I was a wide-eyed actress 10 years ago, just turning up at the festival with my boyfriend, just trying to see what it was all about. And so they were extremely encouraging, and it was incredible to learn so much from them. So thank you for joining us on this stage after this 10-year journey that's got us here.
You're so welcome, Faith.
So you have a really interesting perspective in terms of influence because of your work with education and community. So I'd really love to talk about how you see the work you're doing through that education and community and how it's influencing the industry, because we're working a lot from the ground up in terms of the education, and obviously that's going to have massive ripple effects through the industry.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Amanda Toney. I'm the managing director of Stage 32. Curious, how many Stage 32 members do we have here? Woohoo! Yeah! I love that. Oh, so awesome. I can't wait to meet all of you. You know, it really is about collaboration and connection, like Faith said, and a big part of that, too, for us at Stage 32 is education. And I'm going to take that question two ways, because, you know, I'm kind of curious, like, in the audience, like, how many of you are, say, like, filmmakers? Okay, like producers? Okay, actors? Writers? Awesome. How about on, like, the sales agent distributor side? Okay, so we've got a lot of creatives here, you know, a lot of people on the creative side. So I'm going to take your question in two ways. The first is, you know, with education, right now, you know, film schools don't really give you the tools that you need to work at this in this industry. I think we can all agree on that. And so, you know, you really have the power in your hands. You know, there were a lot of producers here, there were a lot of filmmakers here, and if there are things about the industry that you don't know, it is completely available for you on Stage 32 to take our webinars. We have over 3,000 hours of webinars and classes that can teach you about everything from tax incentives to how to put together your self-tape to how to do co-productions between two different countries. So realistically, education is your biggest superpower, and you have it all in your control at your fingertips on Stage 32. So definitely from the creative side, I think education is extremely important there. And then on the second way that I would take that is with the film commissions. So what we've noticed here at Stage 32 is that, you know, obviously there's so many great tax incentives all over the world. Filming is happening all over the world. And the thing is that a lot of the countries don't have the below-the-line talent to be able to support the productions that are coming in. at the level that it's needed for international standards. And our CEO saw a huge, huge opportunity for that, so we rolled out Stage 32 certification a couple of years ago. And we're now working with over 50 film commissions to train below-the-line talent in their area to get them in a database. So when people are looking for line producers or script supervisors or assistant directors, you can take that education on Stage 32 either by yourself or through a film commission. And we just announced a deal this week with with AFCI, where now we are the official education partner of AFCI and all of the film commissions. So you can get your way into working on a set through Stage 32 certification, again, all on the website. And ultimately, Faith, to go back to what you said, the power is in your control, and education is everything. As long as you put the work in, you can get it done.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you're reeling off that you're working with like 50 different film commissions as if it's nothing, like, girl, that's huge, And it's incredible that we have this really accessible platform like this to bring education and empower us to know more, and so that we can keep growing in this industry. So thank you so much. Of course. Maria Soccor, I'm going to go to you next. You're doing incredible things as well. You have this perspective across acting and directing and producing and immersive, and you're also championing women through mentorship, through creating new ways of supporting women as well. So I think it's really interesting for us to explore sort of your perspective on how you see like mentorship is and the work you're doing with advocacy is actually like shaping the industry and how it's changing.
Well, first, I think that the industry is changing, obviously, because of technology. And technology helps us move a lot quicker in many ways. And I think if you understand technology and how to use it for your benefit, it will help you in all of your filmmaking. For example, I'm doing 4 features right now, and if it wasn't for DaVinci Resolve, that would never happen. I would still be sending drives, I would be expanding our ecological footprint, and we also want to be as green as possible when we can. But I'm a very firm believer that education is an investment of the future. So those who prepare today are rewarded tomorrow, and you have to put in that work. Do not think that you're just going to write a script and somebody's going to give you $10.5 million for your first film. It will not happen. So I think when I started to understand what the business side of acting and filmmaking and producing, and also for sales as well as distribution, I wanted to demystify it all. Because as an actor, obviously, you train and you work on your vocals, you work on your body every day. We should be doing that anyway. Oh, I walked here, so that's good. It counts. That counts. Right? It does. As directors, right, are you learning about what's out there? Are you learning about cameras? Are you learning about what's more efficient for you and how you want to work? And as producers, if you are not motivated to be very business strategically inclined, then you must find a solid producer that supports your vision. Please don't go off when people are going to give you criticisms about your films and your ideas, and especially as women. And I see this, and that's where I started mentoring, is because of the fact with young people and with women alone, how many times have we heard, why don't you stick to one thing? Oh my God. Right? And here we are as we turn over into the 21st century. Now we are acknowledging a multi-hyphenate. And we realize that we can be and do many things as long as you do them well, right? You don't want to be spread out too thin. But with technology, that can really help us. And so even my advocacy with becoming a UN Goodwill Ambassador for an NGO, identity is important. Be human first. There was this great play, it was called The Days Between by Robert Anderson, and he had this most powerful line in it which said that, you cannot write from hate, you can only write from love. And if you're not writing from a good place, if your identity is a little bit, maybe it needs to be a little bit of polished, or you need something that, you're doing this for the fame or the vanity, I promise you will be very disappointed. You will find unhappiness under every single stone you turn. But identity is important. And I think with women, you know, where does it start with mentorship? It starts with Yes, She Can. It starts with the education. It starts with all of these women on stage who are also cultivating the next women who are coming up, you know, in the industry. We protect each other, you know, protect one another. Older women support younger women. Younger women learn from older women. So all of that has to really work together harmoniously. So it's not just about the work, but it's about humanity. So when you do overall all these things, I promise you, you can do it. But you must educate yourself. And you must find ways and constantly seek knowledge, not just online, but really find legitimate sources. And they're all out there. Organizations up here, NIWIFT, WIFT, Film Fatales for my female directors who are out here, or those of you who identify as female. So, you know, just search, and if you need me to give you some information, please reach out to me. I'll be happy to do so.
And you also have Real Women that you launched recently.
So we know that film festivals are not easy. So the fact that you made it here today and you're alert and you're going to learn something, you know, find out about each other, about every single woman that's up here, everyone that you meet, learn a little bit about them. We always look on the internet, but what are we looking at? Forget about TikTok. It's not going to help us grow. It's going to entertain us and fry our brain. But, I mean, it's a great source for social media, I understand. But Jane Owen, who's my publicist, and I, we started something called Real Women at La Biennale at the Venice International Film Festival. And we did that because we wanted to bring high-level producers, actors, everyone in the industry together with women who just simply wanted to make films and create a safe place for dialogue. And it all starts with the conversation. You know, there's no, remember they would say in school, there's no dumb answer, but you have to ask questions, seek truth, seek technology. And with Real Women, what we did was we had an event where we brought everyone together where you could actually talk to a producer from Warner Brothers or from Fox, or for those who are interested in doing television movies, there was an outlet where they could speak about vertical media, AR, VR, you know, these type of genres that are so expensive to do and almost hard to attain. And it's just a simple conversation because everything under the sun is relative. And I promise you, it's all doable. It really is.
Amazing. I love that. Definitely seek out Real Women because it's really needed. We're going to Maria Hundsnes-Shevtsova now from DISAUTHORITY. Maria's joining us again this year after joining us on our panel last year on Women in Genre. You're doing incredible. Yeah. Your company with DISAUTHORITY is doing incredible things. It's rapidly growing, and we're seeing a really strong filmmaker-first approach with what you're doing. I'm really interested for you to share a little bit about how you're doing things differently and how you're seeing things differently in the way that you're growing so rapidly. I think we can learn a lot as new filmmakers coming in.
Thank you, Faith, and it is a pleasure to be on the stage with you again with all these incredible women and a much larger audience than last year. And DISAUTHORITY, we are a post-production company based in London, and last year I was here on behalf of our internal production department talking about our debut feature film, Sticks and Stones, that we did indeed end up making, and it is now in post-production. It has been a whirlwind of a journey, as always, and we take an approach of an independent studio where we develop our own projects in-house and take them all the way through development to production and into post-production. As we know, films take a lot to make, so we wanted to figure out, as filmmakers, me and the founder of DISAUTHORITY and my husband, Marcus Hundsnes, of...
Congratulations, new husband.
Newly married. Of how we can stay sustainably within the industry while developing other projects, and what can we offer to people. And we realized that post-production could be a service that we can offer, and that we can bring value to independent and emerging filmmakers by taking quite a creative approach to the service that we provide, and focusing on the creative side of the projects, while also utilizing modern technology in order to be able to stay competitive within this very traditional market, and to see how we can create visibility for ourselves and people around us, both emerging and more established organizations. So by working with Yes She Can and providing speaking opportunities, as well as helping to edit all the amazing trailers
and
that we saw earlier.
They edited our video, as we mentioned earlier, and I have to say, it was an incredible experience. Like, it was so down to earth, and I just really felt like we were really looked after throughout the whole process. So thank you so much for everything you did for us with that. Like, it's a huge thing.
It's been our pleasure. And while we represent an emerging generation of filmmakers, so through the last couple of years, we've been building ourselves up, and this year we have 3 projects represented at Cannes, which show a variety of different projects that we support.
Amazing.
So Ray Panthaki's directorial debut in Starland, which is part of the UK's Great A Showcase, and then an NFTS graduation film, Left Behind Still Standing, as part of the La Cinef competition, and a short film, Immaterial, which was produced by Yes She Can member Abby Hills in the Short Film Corner. So, and we're very excited to be able to have those feet firmly in the door of an industry that is known for being so difficult to initially get into. And we've been doing the work to be recognized as one of those emerging players that are pervasively on the block. Yeah, looking forward to connecting more with everyone this year and moving forward.
Amazing. And you're also like partnering with a lot of different companies as well. I think it's really interesting to see the approach that you're taking is similar to what we're doing with Collective Power in terms of working with like Girls on Film and the Members Club and all these different places. And I think it's really interesting when you see Collective Power in action and you see people going out there and actually supporting each other, working together and really hustling for it. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what you do next because you are growing rapidly, as I keep saying.
Thank you. Yes, these symbiotic relationships have been something that we found incredibly helpful, both for ourselves and others, because the way they also form is very organic and really fascinating. The way we met in Cannes 2 years ago, it was same with Anna Smith on Girls in Film, and these types of relationships actually show that collective power and the long-term relationships that can be built, because of course it is very easy to say that we would love to support each other, and especially women supporting women, and then it takes time to see what actually is true and what actually pans out. And when it does, it builds really long-lasting relationships that help to cultivate each other, both for people who are emerging and those who are established but still independent, because the hustle remains true for everyone, no matter the stage of their career they're at.
Yeah, definitely. Amazing. We're going to go to you, Guneet. It's an honor to have you with us. You're sort of new to our community. And
thank you.
Are you on?
Hi. Yes.
There you go. Obviously, if you know Guneet Monga Kapoor, she's our Academy-winning producer for The Elephant Whisperers.
Thank you. Thank you.
And obviously that had a huge impact on India as a whole, on women in India, on, you know, the producers in India, to be able to see you on that stage and to see a woman getting that recognition for the work obviously had such a massive impact.
Absolutely. I mean, I am the first producer in India to win an Oscar.
Can you just say that? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think having women at a stage of power to be able to be decision makers is important. And that comes with a lens of empathy, that comes with a lens of equality. It's, you know, I started 2 decades ago in the industry, and to be able to be at a position to be able to support, you know. And sometimes people ask me why you do it, you know, and my answer is because I can.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, she can.
because now I can, and this is what I choose to do with my power. So we set up Women in Film India, a year ago. We are actually tomorrow turning 1 year, and we launched it. Thank you. We launched it at Cannes last year, and we brought 3 filmmakers, 3 incredible women producers, tied up with Marché du Film, and brought them to the Producers Network. And in India, we now have a community of 3,500 members, and we do sessions in education and mentorship, and we have a Toronto program. And this year, we have 4 incredible women producers here in the audiences.
Stand up.
Please.
Stand up, please.
Archana, come on. Malshri is missing. But Jasmine, Suruchi, Archana, more power to you guys. There were more than 200 applications, and for them to be able to be here today, and for us to be able to make those pathways and to make those bridges and bring people to Cannes and bring women to Cannes, because exposure lies at the center of growth. Because otherwise we are too insular. We are in our little corners. We are, overwhelmed with our own struggles of our own reality. But there is a whole world out there of support, of imagination to expand. There is post-production, there is education, there is mentorship, there is scalability. And that's at the center of conversation, and that's where it starts. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for having all of us out here.
The pleasure is mine. Through Yes She Can, I get to spend all my time with lots of incredible women. So I really am the lucky one, and I'm getting mentored so much by all these incredible women. We're going to wrap up in a minute, but I just really want to end on a message to the women out there and everyone watching on live stream and everything as well. We are very aware of the privilege we have to take this stage at the Cannes Film Festival, the biggest and most influential film festival in the world, with one of the biggest, if not the biggest market in the world. And these stages are not traditionally open to people like me, and it's only through the work that we've done through Yes She Can that we're able to open these doors and bring in different voices from different sides of the industry, from different perspectives, and get a sense of more established all the way through to emerging filmmakers, and really see the women for what they're doing, and to then nurture them as they grow and as they move through their careers. So I'd love if you've got a message to the women out there, that something that really sits on your heart that you feel like is important to share on the main stage.
I will just say that we are not each other's competition. We are each other's colleagues, peer group, companions. And we actually have T-shirts which say, "You shine, I shine." So more power. Yeah.
So imposter syndrome will kill you. Fear will cripple you. At every given turn, you have to crush fear. And when you're in this industry, it's not going to be easy, but you have to find the strength within yourself to find your calm and to find your inner voice that says, I need to keep doing this and do nothing else. Every day, do something towards your creativity, towards your project. Learn. I used to fear post-production. It used to absolutely make me tremble in my shoes when I had to look at my footage. And I don't even know if I really wanted to do that. But again, technology, I had to seek it out. I had to fail. Nothing was ever handed to me. And being POC, it's very important that I look at my other colleagues and say, hey, let's raise each other. This is not a crab mentality. Let's come up together, and this is what we're doing. You see this on this panel, and for a lot of my other colleagues in the audience. So again, just take fear and crush it. Learn, education, it's so important. And I can tell you that if you follow those two things, you'll be very successful.
I'd love to totally agree on imposter syndrome. I saw everybody's head shake up and down. And so, I think this is a great way to follow what you just said, because that was awesome. I'm sure you guys can agree on that. The other thing too, networking is weird. Right, you guys? Yeah. Like, it's so strange that we're in this room with random strangers, and it's bizarre to walk up to someone and introduce yourself to them and try and create a relationship, and are they better than me, or is it going to be a weird conversation? It's so odd, right? But the thing is that you know, the beauty of like being in the Stage 32 community is that, you know, we all know how weird that is. And so if you are a Stage 32 member, turn around and shake hands with the person sitting next to you, because they're just as weirded out as you. And, you know, they're feeling the same imposter syndrome as you. And, you know, and going back to what Faith said about collaboration, I remember, you know, 12 years ago, I was inside the Stage 32 lounge commenting on a post about Cannes, and I met someone who's become a mentor for me, Michelle. And Michelle was instrumental in Stage 32's relationship with the Marché. And I all of a sudden just put myself out there to talk with him in a lounge post, met him in person, and from that has really blossomed to all of the incredible relationships we have. The partnership with Yes She Can. We're actually partnering with Alida this year, education partner of the London Rolling Film Festival. And that all came because I stepped out of my like uncomfortable zone. So I'm going to challenge everyone sitting here, do not get up and leave when we get off the stage. Turn to the person next to you that you don't know, find out who they are, find out if they're on Stage 32, connect, and make a new friend. That's how it all happens.
You can also talk to the Women in Film India team.
I have personally found that adaptability and out-of-the-box thinking is what helps you have a sustainable path in the industry, even in these emerging years that we have. Is we want to make films, how can we do it? We can do our own post-production, we can help with post-production for other people. And then indeed education being so important, having gone through a film school and then seeing how you learn on the ground and also using all the educational resources, because having the knowledge and then being able to go to all these networking events and markets and speak the language that the people that you are trying to connect with and work with speak will allow you to feel more confident, will give them more confidence in what you are saying and what you are trying to either sell or exchange. Indeed connection and trust, however, trusting but still checking the integrity of people around you, because people really do sometimes try to take advantage of an open heart, but it's important to maintain it while being thoughtful and still a bit cautious about who you trust.
Yeah, thank you for, and to your point, Amanda, I once heard too, comparison is the thief of happiness. So,
can you say that louder?
Yes, comparison is the thief of happiness. And it really is true. Be yourself. You, as I said before, every single person has something to give in this world. Find the right partners. That is my, what I'd love to share. And I didn't have time to talk much about social impact. I would love to do that with all of you, and really the benefits of finding the partners, lifting each other up, and what social impact can do in terms of changing minds and hearts and changing policy, starting a movement, building communities. We have the power in media, and not only do we have the opportunity, I really feel we have the responsibility. We have this, we do. So please do. We have the world stage right now, guys, and make a difference. Please make a positive difference in the world.
Yes, thank you. I'm just going to close out by asking all of our panelists to stand up and put your microphones down. Come and stand over here for me. I know, we do things differently. I hope you don't mind. I know we're just a minute over. I'm really sorry. But can you just hold hands, everyone? And if you feel comfortable, hold the hand of the person sitting next to you.
Okay, all of you also.
This year for Yes She Can is all about collective power. It's about standing shoulder to shoulder, leaning on each other, holding each other's hands, and really supporting each other through this crazy industry, but not just our industry, through this crazy world that we live in. So as you go into the festival, I hope that you all find lots of success. I hope you have a lot of happiness. I hope you get some sleep. But I hope that you find people along the way that you hold hands with and that you continue to support in your career. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So sweet. Thank you.